What?
I said Malcolm alleged that some of Elijah's women were underage secretaries, and can you expound on that?
Yeah, well, I guess they were because they were there. I seen them. I seen them myself. It's all true. It's all true.
Good evening, messenger. You convinced us that you were the last messenger. How many other bastard children do you have?
Y'all know who we have on the phone. The Hall of Fame, as he just said. The Ring Magazine legend. Hall of Famer, the captain, Leon Muhammad. Y'all see the book. He's also an author. And if you guys want to contribute, SILENTHEROS, Silent Heroes on Cash App.
Oh,
And
you will get something, Sam.
say it again.
You will get something. Tell him in a
And your
few days.
birthday coming up. His birthday's coming up June
Oh,
18th. Yes.
number 82.
Number
God has been
82.
good to the country boy.
Where were you in 1982?
1982, we was getting ready. I was getting spine partner for Larry, and Larry was getting ready for Jerry Cooney.
Speaking of Jerry Cooney, I was going to ask you a difficult, but might as well go there now. What's your how powerful is racism in America
Now,
now?
doing my
Yes,
duty.
now.
It's more corporate. It's more corporate racism today than it was yesterday. It was wide open. It was Jim Crow still around, but Jim Crow is in Wall Street now. He ain't in the cotton field no more. He ain't in the lunch counter. See what I'm saying? See, we ain't fighting Jim Crow. Jim Crow old. We fighting Jim Crow sons and son-in-laws. See, they don't call you to your face, a nigga to your face. They put it on the racial ballot, on the ballot where you can't go to school, where they're trying to get rid of affirmative action. Racism's still around, but it's more corporate racism today than it was yesterday. Talk to me, doctor.
Do you think that black people overvalue racism? Do you think we we think racism is more powerful than it really is in 2025?
We come a long ways, but we got a long ways to go. We made some strides, made some move towards economics, same Be Fair Act, the Civil Rights Act, and more act, and this act, that act, but we still got a long ways to go because we still got a lot of the Jim Crows left around just in the corporate world. See, Jim Crow was straight up redneck racist. His sons are lawyers and doctors, corporate judges and stuff. It's corporate racism, corporate slavery. So that's how I look at it, champ. Next question, as we winding down. Red, you got a skirt on, baby? Oh my God. I'm talking to Barbershop Fred.
What's your
All
take?
right, baby. Huh?
What's your take on abortion?
Fred, as a Muslim, I'm not with abortion. Now, Fred, let me say this to our women listeners. Let me clarify something. Now, Fred, if there's a rape, something, I think she should get counseling or whatever it may be. God is the best of knowing, best of planner. If there's assault, yes, there's a taking advantage, or there's a wicked mama's boyfriend take advantage of his stepdaughter or his girlfriend's daughter, yes, I would agree with abortion on that. But straight up, you got a boyfriend and he walk away, y'all get into a fight, he going to the next girl, and now I don't agree on abortion in that situation. certain civil situation, Fred, I'm for abortion. If it's if it's if the fetus come from a rape, a no good guy taking advantage of his girlfriend's daughter, I'm for abortion.
Uh-huh.
But if you going with a guy and you get pregnant, word it out. Everybody got a friend, and there go my brother. There go my brother. Y'all was there. You didn't do it. You didn't do it. I had your back. Y'all said yesterday. I had your back. When I ain't here, I got your back. When you get off that train, when I'm hurt, I got your back. See, Fred, everybody come pay homage to me. See, I'm big on this corner, Fred. I'm big on this corner. I'm still the captain.
Where are you exactly right now?
Across from the garden on 33rd Street, by the Muslim restaurant and 2 Irish pubs. They can come see me. I got a pocket full of tickets for Cambosa and Hitchison. Come see the captain.
Absolutely. Go buy some tickets from the captain. Hey, so they have a by the way, I'm the same way. I don't believe in abortion outside of what you just elaborated on. I don't think if you have sex with a girl, consensual sex with a boy and girl, man and woman have sex and they go have an abortion on Saturday morning. I think that's disgusting.
No. I ain't with that. One thing, don't leave me this way, player. Let me say this, Fred, concerning the women in my family. Then I'm going to go to other families. The women in my family. The women in my family have never been put in that position. I had a niece that something happened to her. She called me up. She said, she said, I did something stupid. I said, what do you do? She told me. She said, I want to have an abortion because I went to a club and had a one-night stand. So she said, and I found out a couple months ago that I'm pregnant. And I called a young man, and he said, why are you telling me? Call me back when you get the hospital bill. I said, what did he say? I said, and then he called her back. What you told me? He said, I will help you, but I'm not interested in raising no children at this time. But I'll be there for you. But her girlfriend's got in her ear, and so go get an abortion. He's not going to be there. So she gave me the number, and I called him, Fred, and I explained the rules of the street to him, and Fred. 33 years later, my niece's daughter is 33 years old.
Wow.
And they never got married, but they're still together.
What, they together now?
They're still together.
Wow. Wait a minute.
And their daughter is 33 years old.
Wow, they had a one night. Wait. They had a one night stand, and he didn't want the baby nor her.
Nor her.
Wow.
But he paid for everything. He didn't come around till the baby started school, her first day of school. He pulled up that morning. He said to her, he said, Lynn, I'll take our daughter to school. I'll take it from here. And he explained to me, he said, Pop, I couldn't deal with that changing diapers and all that crying. I did it with my baby sister. That's why I did what I did. But every doctor bill she had, every business sonogram, he said, your niece to tell you, I paid for it with my credit card because I got the receipts to prove it. Every time I gave her money, as she was growing up and go to school, I went to the post office so I would have proof. And 33, and my grandniece is 33 years old, and she loves her father. She don't like how it went down, but she said he was there.
Mm-hmm.
It showed you, Fred, when you come together, things can work out.
Right.
Now, had she not would call me, she said her aunt on her mother's side told her to call me because the guy she dealt with, he was in the streets, and I know at this time I was still in the streets happy 33 years ago. Wow. And I talked some sense into him. I said, man, I ain't gonna play with your family. Don't play with my family. We'll have a problem. He straightened up his act. 33
Wow.
years later, his daughter she loved him to death. She said, my father went about it the wrong way, but he been taking care of me for 33 years,
I
and he
love it.
walked me down the aisle.
I love it.
She said, and she said, had my mother not called you, she said, I don't know, I wouldn't have been here. Because she was scared. Fred, at that time, she was only 18.
Right.
Just turned 18. She was
Wow.
scared. But her aunt on her mother's side, told her to call me.
Mhm.
Her mother half sister told her to call me.
Right.
She said and plus he was 4 years older than her. He was 22. He was in the streets. She
Right.
said, you got to get a street guy to talk to the street guy. And when she called me, I went straight uptown. I jumped on the D. Jumped on the D going uptown. I
Right.
got uptown so fast. So when he seen me, he knew what time it was.
Mm-hmm.
He knew where I was. I said, man, let's talk and talk. He said, oh, don't come uptown with that. I'm going to do what I'm supposed to do. But I'm not going to do it early. I'm going to do it late. So I said, what you mean? He said, I'm going to pay for everything, but I ain't going to be around until she get 5 or 6 years old. He said, listen, see this little girl here? I ain't changed no more nasty diapers. I changed nothing with my baby sister when my mother got strung out.
Mm.
I understood what he meant. But like his daughter, like Chantel told me the other day, she said, my father shot out. Him and my mother still arguing about what he didn't do from the beginning when I was 1, 2, and 3. He said, I said, Mom, he's still here 33 years later. He could have walked away and got nothing. And that's their only child, Fred. You don't have no child scattered around uptown.
Wow. In Harlem?
He got no child scattered around uptown. A girl called him about a year ago, said, you got a son. So he said, listen, I'm going to send my daughter to see if this is my child. So she said, huh? Boy, it looks like me, but I don't know. So I said, listen, tell your father to take a blood test. Now her brother is 35 and she's 33. He told me about this before she was born 33 years ago. He said there's some girls saying I got a son that's 2 years old. But he's a good kid, Fred, to be around 33 years. So that's my perception on abortion, Fred.
Yeah.
And because it happened in my own family, and I told that story for women out there, if it happened in your family, be considered, talk to the other party, try to get an understanding because, you know, we as a community, or that don't go on in our community, a
Right.
lot of abortion as they do in other communities.
Oh no, 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 no. And I think we got to start viewing abortion as to what it is. It's murder. it ain't it
There's
ain't
no question about it.
it ain't nothing but murder. So I don't see it as anything else. And and the numbers are just catastrophic, man. Like abortion, black women kill more black people than the Bloods and the Crips and racism and police officers combined in America. So it's I think it's over 20 million babies. So it's egregious. Hey, so you know what's going on out here, Mr. Muhammad?
What's going on?
The riots out here. You heard about the riots?
Yes, I heard. I heard about Miss Bass, that Trump signed this National Guard
Yeah,
and
yeah,
all that.
yeah.
Friend, I'm gonna stay away from that, bro. I think it's wrong. I'm gonna let Miss Bass and her people handle it.
Oh man. Well, let me say this. And you're the first person I'll have this conversation with. What happened is we're considered sanctuary cities, right? Where we invite illegal immigrants, right? We invite illegal immigrants to make their home in Los Angeles, right? And they receive services, right? Same services that a citizen get, right? Now, what came with that were criminals, people with records, people who've committed violent crimes, people who have a propensity to commit a crime in America.
Mm-hmm.
So Donald Trump asked the sanctuary city leaders to work together and getting these people out of the country. Now, because they didn't do that, Donald Trump is flexing his power. Now, here's what I say to that. It's going to be collateral damage because they're just rounding up people that they believe are not citizens in America, right? Now, what I think should have, because Donald Trump says you can pay $5 million and get a gold card or whatever he call it and become a citizen in America if you're creating jobs and what have you. Now, the point I want to make is I think the illegal immigrants who have been great citizens should be granted a path to citizenship. I think that should come up with something. They've been a good citizen. They
Man,
paid their
Fred, see, I don't
taxes.
know nothing about him. You telling me all this? I don't know nothing
Oh,
about it,
okay.
bro.
All right. So we'll.
But I know what I heard Karen Bass say.
Mhm.
I heard what Donald Trump said. I know nothing about that West Coast politics, so I'm not going to put my 2 cents in it. It
Okay.
was in
Well,
Pennsylvania
it's
that
coming to
I
New York
decided.
soon. Don't worry, it's coming to New York soon.
When it comes to New York, I'll talk on it. Let's move on.
It's coming to New York
Because I ain't got
soon.
nothing out there in California to worry about.
Uh
Other than you and your children and your wife and you ain't involved with that man.
Nah.
Next, you got to get it out in for you because I got a big belly to feed tonight and next week.
Shit, I think that man, we've been on the phone 2 hours, man. That's a long ass time.
Where we going now, Fred?
I think we're done. Are we done?
No, we got to keep going. At least one more. We got to pick. We got to go to. Did you go to the next state? I got to get on you because.